Hello, welcome to a short overview of NCLEX Next Generation Terminology. The NCLEX is the exam that all nursing graduates must successfully pass to obtain their license and become a registered nurse. The purpose of the NCLEX is to evaluate if a graduate nurse is competent to provide safe, entry-level nursing care. There's a new edition of the NCLEX being released in 2023, and it includes next generation questions. So I just wanted to go over some of the new types of questions and show you the conversion in terminology. So there are 5 new test item types. There's the extended multiple response, the extended drag and drop, the close or the drop down, enhanced hotspot or highlighting, and matrix grid. So the extended multiple response testing items allow candidates to select one or more answer options at a time. It's similar to the current NCLEX multiple response item, but it has more options and uses partial credit scoring. Now the extended drag and drop allows candidates to move or place response options into answer spaces. This item type is like the current NCLEX ordered response items, but not all of the response options may be required to answer the item. Also, in some items, there may be more response options than answer spaces. The close or drop down allows you to select one option from a drop down list. There can be more than one drop down list in a close item. These drop down lists can be used as words or phrases within a sentence or within tables and charts. So the enhanced hotspot lets you select an answer by highlighting predefined words or phrases. You can select and deselect highlighted parts by clicking on the words or phrases. These types of items allow an individual to read a portion of a client medical record, like the nurse's notes, medical history, lab values, etc., and then select the words or phrases that answer the item. Finally, we have the matrix grid. These let you select one or more answer options for each row and or column. This item type can be useful in measuring multiple aspects of the clinical scenario with a single item. Some key points to remember is that NCLEX NextGen uses the NC-SBN Clinical Judgment Measurement Model, or the NCJMM. The NCJMM assesses how well you can think critically and use clinical judgment when providing safe nursing care. However, the NCJMM complements the nursing process, but it uses different terminology in the exam questions while assessing your clinical judgment. The terminology includes recognize cues, analyze cues, prioritize hypothesis, generate solutions, take actions, and evaluate outcomes. If we take a look at the next slide, there's a table on the NCSBN, the description, and then the corresponding step of the nursing process. So hopefully you find this table helpful. There's an expanded version of this table starting on page 153 in your text. I'm not going to go over every single part of it, but let's just go over an example or two. So under the NCSBN clinical judgment skill, the terminology is recognize cues. The description of that is what is clinically significant. The corresponding step of the nursing process is assessment. So when we're looking at assessing a client, we're looking for what data is clinically significant, and the NCS-BSN clinical judgment skill is recognizing cues. So it all means the same thing in terms of the NCLEX. So next let's look at analyzing clues. The NCSBN says analyze cues. The description is, what does that mean? What does the data mean? The corresponding step of the nursing process is diagnosis or the analysis of data. So when we're doing a nursing diagnosis, what we're saying is, okay, what do our assessment findings mean? That's our nursing diagnosis. What's the problem? The NCSBN clinical judgment skill is analyzing clues. So hopefully you found that helpful. I wanted to put something together just to go over some of the basics of the NCLEX Next Gen terminology. Great job, everybody, and best of luck.